So Kevin Stefanski said everybody who is healthy will dress. Wouldn't go into detail about who might or might not play, meaning Myles Garrett, Nick Chubb, those kind of guys. But he did talk about just how much playing time the quote-unquote starters will get.
We kind of have a number of plays in mind, but want to see how those drives go. Similarly, defensively, I mean, if you get 2 3-and-outs, you're going to be tempted to pull everybody. So it's really just dependent on the if you're getting what you want accomplished. I mean, we did last week. I told you guys just with the screen game, we wanted to get that going. Toss cracks. So there's always different elements of your install that you may want to see, and that's no different in this game. There are certain things that we want to get some game reps on.
And Jacob, I don't need to see Nick Chubb carry the ball in preseason. I don't need to see Myles Garrett rush the passer in preseason. But I am kind of curious. If you're doing something specifically new offensively, you do want to go at it full speed against somebody that doesn't know what's coming. At least a couple of times, and you build on it from there. But I'm curious to see some of the formations early that they use.
Yeah, I mean, he ran 15 screenplays last week after talking about it and leading up to it. Yeah, I think that the blueprint that you saw with them last year against Jacksonville, he played more series, more snaps, just solely based on they weren't good. Like they were 3-and-out, turning the ball over, and it wasn't good, so you got them more reps. But yeah, I think you could really start to see some of the basic concepts that we already saw last week. They're evolving this offense. And one thing I saw from them in the shotgun was diversity in shotgun run game. Typically, they just run pin pull. That is what they did all of last year. It's so predictable, and that's why it didn't work. We already saw last week them run almost as much inside zone out of the shotgun as they did last season combined. So I think you're going to see, I don't know what it's going to be, but I agree with you. I think it's going to be one of these new aspects of the game, like the zone running. I think you will probably see some of Elijah Moore in the backfield, especially because I don't think Nick Chubb will play, and Jerome Ford obviously is sidelined. So they may put Elijah Moore out there a little bit earlier than we expected in the backfield to kind of try to get some of that where he's kind of out of position and try to wear that rust off and just the things that are going to be different. I think you'll see some RPOs. I think you'll see some zone reads. The things that they had to abandon last year because the offensive line skill positions they hadn't been practicing it with Jacoby Brissett. So I think expect some of that. A lot of the different aspects of the run game, I think, is probably where they'll focus, and just a lot of that stuff that's specifically targeted to the style of quarterback that Deshaun Watson, Josh Dobbs, and DTR are.